All right, this is case number 263046FT, the people of the state of Michigan versus Melissa Ann Gouts. Ms. Gouts, you met with somebody from Community Corrections this morning and gave them some contact information. Was that information accurate?
Yes.
And did you have the opportunity to meet with somebody from the Public Defender's Office today?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about July 15th, 2026, in the city of Cadillac of Wexford County, Michigan, it's alleged in count number 1 that you committed the offense of motor vehicle unlawful driving away. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison and the Secretary of State to suspend the driver's license. Additionally, they've charged you as a habitual offender third, meaning that you have at least two prior either attempted or completed felonies in your past. That makes that 5-year felony punishable by up to 7.5 years. No, I'm sorry, that would be, 7.5 years in prison. Do you understand those charges and potential penalties?
No, because that's not what my lawyer has told me. So if I can have a breakout meeting with him.
Do you understand, Ms. Gouts, do you understand that based on the information the prosecutor has, that is what the prosecutor has charged you with? Do you understand that?
No, because that's not what I was talked about with my lawyer.
I understand that may not have been what you were talked about with your attorney, but do you understand that based on the information the prosecutor has, that is what they've charged you with?
Tell me one more time what I'm being charged with, please.
Unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle, which is a 5-year felony, and or a Secretary of State to suspend the driver's license, and a habitual offender third, because you have at least two.
I was not under the understanding of all of that. No, your sir. No.
All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to move you to the end of the list today. Corrections, can I have somebody else in the jail room, please? Jackson, are you able to? All right, we are back on the people of the state of Michigan versus Melissa Ann Gouts, case number 263046FT. Ms. Gouts, we're going to try this again. So in count number 1, you're charged with on July 15th, 2026 in the city of Cadillac of Wexford County of motor vehicle unlawful driving away, or essentially stealing a motor vehicle. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison and the Secretary of State to suspend the driver's license. Additionally, they've charged you as a habitual offender third offense, meaning that you have at least 2 prior either attempted or completed felonies in your past, which makes that 5-year felony punishable by twice the maximum sentence. Do you understand that based on the information the prosecutor has, I'm not asking you if you agree with it or if this is what your attorney had told you, but based on the information that the prosecutor has, that is what you're charged with?
No.
Why don't you understand that?
Because that is not what was talked about.
I understand that, but do you understand that?
That's not what it was talked about.
Right, Ms. Gouts, I'm not going to argue with you. My question is, do you understand that is what you're charged with?
I would like to speak to my lawyer.
You don't have a lawyer yet. Do you understand that is what you're charged with?
I have Harrison. I would like to speak to my lawyer.
You don't have Mr. Harrison on this case because we haven't gotten to that point yet.
I have that guy right there that came and talked to me.
He's not your attorney yet. Do you understand that is what you've been charged with? All right, the defendant standing mute. The court will enter a not guilty plea on her behalf. We'll set the matter for a preliminary examination, which is a hearing that's held here in the district court within 21 days. At that hearing, the prosecution will be required to prove 2 things. 1, probable cause that this crime had occurred, and 2, probable cause that you were the person who had committed the offense. If the prosecution is not able to do that, the case would be dismissed. If they are able to do that, you'd be bound over to stand trial in circuit court. Prior to that preliminary examination, there'll be a probable cause conference. That's where your attorney and the prosecutor will get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case short of going to trial. Ms. Gouts, on felony complaints, you have certain rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning you consent to, and the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to be represented by an attorney at all phases throughout this process, and if you cannot afford one would be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Ms. Gouts, today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of one?
Request an appointment of one.
All right, the court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney. And that gets us to bond. Historically, counsel, I show in 10, there was an aggravated assault, in 10, an assault and battery, 21, possession of methamphetamine, 21, disturbing the peace, 21, open intox, 22, possession of methamphetamine, 22, trespass, and she's currently on bond in this court for 2 files. The praxis scores her at a risk level 7. Any comment from the defender's office?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did speak with Melissa earlier today. I do know that she has lived in this area pretty much her entire life. As far as her occupation, she is the caregiver to her mother. I believe she is paid to do that as well. So she is the primary source of her mother's living, basically. She does have 3 children in the area as well. And I don't believe there's been any recent failures to appear. And as far as assaultive history, I believe it's been at least 15 years as well. So we would request a PR bond with any conditions that you feel are appropriate, and in the alternative, a reasonable, attainable monetary bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bell?
People believe that she is a flight risk and she is a danger to the community. She has had past failures to appear. She's had bond violations. I believe she's also on bond now. More bond violations on cases that she's out for.
Do you plan on filing violations?
Yes, I will. In this case, took a vehicle that belongs to somebody else from dealership and then drove it along and decided-
I'm sorry, I can't hear her.
You speak up, Ms. Bell.
I will try. Your Honor, in this case, it's alleged that she took a vehicle that belonged to somebody from a dealership and then drove it to, eventually was found with it in it at Walmart. She claimed that somebody gave her permission to take the vehicle, and the owner of the vehicle stated that he just did not give her any permission and does not know her. Considering that she has a criminal history that involves assaultive crimes, she is out on bond. Currently, she has had past failures to appear. I believe she is a flight risk and a danger to the community. I would ask for a no contact order. I would ask for a monetary bond at least $50,000 cash assurity. We plan on filing bond violations in her other cases. We want a no contact order with the victim. I do want random drug testing considering her past criminal history with substances. I would also ask for a GPS tether house arrest, considering all the issues she's recently had in all of her cases. I believe that is appropriate in this case. I do want to note, Your Honor, that the night before this occurred, she posted on social media, and I'm quoting, "Who wants to go hit a car lot with me and steal a vehicle? My choice, ? This is off of Snapchat. So I believe this is premeditated, and it's very concerning. Thank you.
Thank you. The court finds that Ms. Gouts does present as a threat to the community. She's currently on bond in 2 other cases, and is alleged to have committed this offense. Ms. Gouts, as a condition of your bond, you are to appear as ordered, keep your contact information current, not leave the state without permission, and to commit no crimes. You are not to have any contact with Michael Watson. You will be placed on GPS tether house arrest. I believe that is appropriate given the allegations in this case and the fact that you're on bond for other offenses, and that JDW shows that you have 5 failed to appears. You must be monitored by community corrections. I'm not going to order drug testing because there's no allegation that is a factor in this case. Bond will be set at $50,000 cash surety. Anything else, counsel?
You're on the way to unlock my mom's phone because I can't get a hold of her. She's blocked. And I don't have any Kim's number.
All right, thank you, Jail.
Thank you, John.